Hey guys, welcome to another video. Appreciate you stopping in. I got another video coming at you. We're going to take a look at this headlamp, and it's from a company that you may not be aware of. You may not be aware of it. Canadian company. So America's top hat is the manufacturer of this bad boy. We'll take a look at it on the table in just a second. Okay guys, this is the ArmyTek headlamp, and I needed a headlamp, and I decided to go ahead and purchase this one based on a review that I saw online, and based on what I saw by looking at it. I know that there are certain aspects in flashlights that I personally want to see, and this light met those requirements, so I purchased it, and I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, exclusively as my headlamp. I use a headlamp for loading stuff into my van at night. I don't have really good lighting outside, so I'll throw a headlamp on, while I'm working and loading stuff in and out of my van outside, or loading up my quad or something like that. And this thing runs for, almost an hour or so straight while doing that kind of thing. One of the really nice features of this particular headlight is this button. I don't know what the deal is with this button, if they designed this switch themselves, but this is the greatest switch I have ever seen on a flashlight. I love this switch. Now, I don't know if there's enough attention paid to good switches on flashlights. This is an exceptional switch. During the time when my Nicore light was in for repair, and I didn't have a small pocket flashlight, I was carrying this around because this light comes with a pocket clip as well. So I was like, well, what the hell, I'll carry it around as my EDC light. So here's the clip, and the clip kind of goes against this flat part of the back part of the head, and it's a fairly deep riding clip. I don't want to snap it on there because ArmyTek makes their pocket clips out of, holy smokes, some thick steel. So when you clamp this thing onto the light, it takes an act of Congress to get it back off again. And I use this exclusively as a headlamp now, so I don't really want to snap this on there. So the clip is awesome, and this can totally be used as an EDC light. The only downside to using a headlamp as an EDC light is the diffused head. This uses diffused light, so it's not like a beam. It doesn't put out a beam. It's more of a, it's more of a diffused. I don't know how to describe diffused. It's more floody. It's more of a widespread light pattern. It's more of a, a wider area light pattern. So this works for most EDC tasks just fine. I mean, you're not going to have a problem with it at all. But if you need to throw a beam a distance, well, that's where a diffused emitter kind of becomes kind of a downside. But as a headlamp, that's what you want. You put this on your head, and it it lights up a big wide area, so you can see everything, and you don't have to point this thing everywhere, every which way. This thing is supposed to be 1050 lumen. Just keep in mind that with a diffused emitter, it doesn't really look like it. I have other 1000 lumen flashlights that seem brighter than this. I don't know how to explain that. I'm sure that it is 1000 lumens, but it's not crazy super bright because it's not a focused beam. I hope I explained that properly. But anyway, it's got built-in standard micro USB charging, which I really like. That's the type of built-in charging that I prefer. If it were up to me, that's what I like the best. And that just really fits in there really nice. This particular light is the ELF C1, and the way ArmyTek does their nomenclature, they The C1 is the 18350 battery, the C2 is the 18650, and the A1, A2 AA batteries, or the 14500. It's kind of confusing. I was a little confused by it at first. But anyway, this comes with a 900 milliamp hour 18350. And it's a little bit, this is another thing to notice. The tube size, the tube diameter of this flashlight is slightly larger, ever so slightly larger than normal. This battery, because it's 900 milliamp hour, in order to achieve that, this battery is slightly bigger around than a normal 18350. Not a big deal anyway. It's not a big deal, but it is a deal. So I mean, that's something to keep in mind. If you want to carry multiple batteries, you might want to buy, you know, some extra ones of their battery. I don't care. I carry other brands. It doesn't matter to me. This thing is double O-ringed. It's got 2 O-rings. You don't really see that too often. It comes like super well greased. It's crazy how well this is greased. And check this out, magnetic tail cap and a headlamp. Have you ever seen that before? I don't know if I have. Magnetic tail cap on a headlamp. That is really awesome, nice touch. And another awesome touch with this light is if you have no need to have a magnetic tail cap, the bottom part unscrews. You can unscrew this bottom part and you can take the magnet out. You can totally just drop the magnet out. See, the magnet's right there. You can take it out and then your tail cap's not magnetized anymore. I mean, you have all kinds of options with this thing. This thing is really machined incredibly well. I was so impressed with this light that I ended up buying 2 more ArmyTek lights. So, you know, look for more videos on those coming up. But I love, 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 love everything about this, this headlamp. This is the headlamp to get as far as I'm concerned. I have never used a headlamp better than this. I love the quality of their products. I got nothing bad to say about this thing. I love the way the light just, you know, snaps into the headlamp cradle just like that, you know, and you can rotate it up and down. I just really like this thing. And it comes with a USB cord too, by the way, one of those micro USB cords. You put this in the pocket, I don't care what you do, you're not likely to ever turn this light on. You really have to push it in order to turn it on. It's not, and it's a long travel, hard push. It lights up when you turn it on. It tells you the battery percentage by blinking. See it blinking right there? I don't know if you caught that. It'll blink like every 5 seconds or something. See? When it blinks green, it's the charge is good. When it blinks, goes to red when it needs charged. So the functions, the modes on this light, so that was low, medium, high, low, medium, high, and then turbo. There's turbo. You double click for turbo, and then when you go back through the things, it goes low, medium, high, and then turbo. There's turbo. Okay, now to get to the candle light power, you, from the off position, you hold down. Okay, and then as you can see, that is like 1 lumen, 5 lumen or something. It's like, you know, barely on, you can't even tell. And then you hold it down from here, it goes to the next lowest setting. Hold it down again, it goes to the next lowest setting. And this is what I like to use to do the guinea pig maintenance right here. This is the setting I like. That way the light doesn't scare them or anything. So I use this setting right here and it works amazing. It doesn't scare the guinea pigs and I can see what I'm doing. So now I normally run the light when I'm out and about. I run it at this setting. This is the setting I run. I don't ever need to go to those two higher settings, the turbo and the high. Never had to use it. I mean, it's there if I need it, but I don't have to. And another thing about these lights is that they maintain their brightness for, you know, for a long period of time. You turn these things on high and they maintain that high, you know, that high setting for a longer period of time than I've ever seen. I really love this light, guys. I wanted to show it to you. This light was bought and paid for by yours truly. So I'm in no way affiliated with ArmyTek in any way, and I have no reason to lie to you. I'm telling you, if you need a good headlamp, they make these in different versions too. They got an 18650 one, which they call the Wizard, I believe. Then they got another one called the Tiara or something like that. So they make different versions of this light depending on what you need. They make one that doesn't have the magnetic tail cap. This is a company that you definitely need to check out. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. You got a headlamp you like? What's a headlamp that you're using that you're pretty fond of? Maybe I'll get one for a comparison video or something like that. We'll talk at you later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. On and in.